I mean, if we have a stadium where everybody's just sitting there and watching and like doing this sometimes, it's no fun at all.
What up, Copa fam? I'm back in Germany. The first time I came here was for the Berlin football scene.
Fucking spectacular.
Next for the Leipzig derby. And lastly, for the ticket price situation in Munich.
The problem behind all this, lack of understanding of the fan culture.
But now we're doing something on the Bundesliga II. We're going to check out Union Berlin, Magdeburg, and Dynamo Dresden to find out why this league provides some of the best atmospheres in the world for less than the price of a pint.
You shouldn't bet on games in the second Bundesliga.
A very tight league where everyone can beat everyone.
You can stand on terraces, you can drink a beer. It's affordable.
The support is just insane. That's just football the way it should be.
So first things first, it's Union Berlin, a club who's been in the second division for the last 9 years. We're going to speak to a supporter here about what it's like traveling across Bundesliga II grounds with one of the best supported clubs in the country.
Every state in Germany is still represented in the second division, and that's not the case in the first or the third division. It's nice to experience that what Germany has to offer it, and because as a country traditionally made out of individual kingdoms, everywhere is different. Union feels like a club they could reach the Bundesliga, which is something they've never done. 2 years ago, Union came fourth in the second division. It's the highest position they've had in the league in the modern Germany. This is a club that prides itself on actually sticking by its team despite having not really won very much. The one common thread that runs throughout the history of most former East German football clubs is actually a lack of success post the collapse of communism. Following the fall of communism, East Germany still struggles compared to West Germany, certainly in terms of finance, in terms of investment and infrastructure. And it's not just an economic divide, I think there is a divide in terms of mindsets, and I think a certain amount of, not bitterness, but I think a lot of people feel disappointed with the changes that happened in Germany after the fall of communism. I think certain promises were made to a lot of people that weren't fulfilled. You can see that very, very easily through the decline of East Germany's great football clubs, Magdeburg being one.
Magdeburg. They're a newly promoted club, but they're actually the only East German side to have ever won a European title. We're going to the Fanladen to speak to some of the guys, and then we're heading to their game today to see the crazy atmosphere that they regularly put on.
We were the only club to ever have won a European Cup from East Germany, actually. Got 3 championships in the 70s, a bunch of cup wins as well. So we were like a big shot in the former GDR. When the wall came down, everything basically kind of went down the drain, and we found ourselves in the 4th division, and we're trying to climb up. And now we're in the 2nd division, which is awesome.
This was a dream of everybody in Magdeburg, of all the fans, all the ultras, everybody. It really has a really big significance for the people.
The whole promotion thing from 4th to 3rd division and now from 3rd to 2nd division gives people here like a sense of pride and a sense of identity, and you actually notice that if you walk around the city. Nowadays you see people walking around the city not with Bayern Munich or Dortmund shirts, but like with Magdeburg shirts, and that has changed.
Even as they were playing in the 5th league or 6th league, 1 or 2000, we were going with them to Mäusewitz or cities like that, which you never even heard before. And if you talk to the players, like after every game, they just say, man, it's just crazy how they support us. It really gives us energy, and it's a big part of our success of the last years.
Zweite Bundesliga in that 2016-17 season was the 5th best attended league in Europe. I think that speaks volumes.
It's the greatest food in the world.
Better than the last one.
there it is, 1-1, Magdeburg, Ingolstadt. The atmosphere was incredible. Another good day at German football. This league's doing it right for so many reasons. And now it's Dynamo Dresden, a club that's won over 20 titles in the Eastern German League. They've been in this league for the last 3-4 years. And honestly, from the videos they send us and that we see week in and week out, they've got one of the best supports that we've seen consistently at Copenhagen.
Dynamo Dresden are about where they should be in terms of finance, but in terms of stature, in terms of scale, and in terms of tradition, they should be a Bundesliga club every time.
So behind me right now, you've got the Dynamo Dresden supporters who organized a tour of the city on bicycles for everyone to enjoy. They're now doing a corteo into the ground by bicycle. This kind of support that becomes way more than just following a club. It becomes building a community in your city and taking people to enjoy the things that your city has to make it unique.
Wir sind halt grundsätzlich ein demokratischer Verein. Wir haben sozusagen Mitglieder, die halt mitbestimmen und mitgestalten können. Mit der politischen Wende, also 1990, gab es ja sozusagen die Wiedervereinigung. Wir haben ganz viele negative Erfahrungen gemacht mit Geschäftsleuten aus dem Westen, die halt mit dem Geld nicht gut umgegangen sind. Wir haben nicht gut gewirtschaftet und aufgrund dieser ganzen Erfahrungen hat natürlich sich bei uns auch eine Community gebildet, die halt darauf aufpasst, dass in Zukunft das nicht mehr passiert. Und wir haben gerade in den letzten 3-4 Jahren enorme Anstrengungen unternommen, um diesen Verein zu entschulden. Wir hatten über 4 Millionen Schulden und wir haben 2-mal jetzt im Jahr 72 € Mitgliedsbeitrag mehr bezahlt, also quasi doppelt bezahlt und haben dadurch den Verein entschuldet, weil halt die Fans und Mitglieder eben mehr als 2,5 Millionen eingenommen haben.
I think it's great to see these clubs taking such an active role in the community and showing that, you know, yes, we might be a zweite Bundesliga club, yes, we might not be the best team in the world, we might not be, you know, the best team in Germany, but we're going to give you that full fan experience that has made you stick with our club through thick and thin and show that we mean something to you and you mean something to us. The wonderful story, as sad as it was to see Johnny pass away, a really devoted Darmstadt fan. Darmstadt sponsors actually gave up the name of the stadium for the season to be named after him, and I think that's something absolutely wonderful, that a club and a sponsor can see that, you know, there is something deeper here.
Guten Morgen, Kopenhagen. We're in Dresden. How does one decide what verse to get? Halftime, things aren't going great. But the most impressive thing so far has been just how organized the supporters are. About a 200-page book, all of their activities over the last couple of years. Every single person is wearing unique items of Dynamo Dresden clothing, and you really get a sense for how big of a community this is. Hopefully things turn around in a second. So that's it for our weekend of football here in Germany, Kobe fam. You know, both the teams we came to see didn't win, but that's hardly the point. A lot of people talk about Bayern and Dortmund in the first division, but the truth is, between the fan culture, the ticket prices, and the quality of football on the pitch, the Bundesliga II might just be where it's at.